I think there's many drivers that organizations face when looking at labor costs across the world. First, what is the socioeconomic condition of the country? Is it, in the US, in the UK, what does the equivalent levels of a salesperson cost me? Then as you go into different areas, it's what are the social policies of that country? So, every employer, has to pay taxes for their employees, and, varying across to Brazil, which I think is one of the most expensive. At 100% of the salary, you're pretty much paying in social costs. So a employee will always cost more depending on the government's policies in that country towards their social welfare, their social being. Then at an individual level, you have things like education. So what is the educational benefits across all of the countries that you're in, levels of education. And what's the cost of living in that country? So, employing across different countries, the same talented people, same educated people can really cost significantly different amounts dependent upon the countries they live in and the social policies of the governments. There's been a fundamental shift in technology recently. SaaS-based technology has enabled a lot of companies to be able to get access to data. So when you've got employees in multiple geographies, really there's a couple of things that you're looking for. One is the demographics of those. And a very robust human resources system deployed across the globe will be able to give you all of the data on who are my employees, where do they live, all of the hard facts about them. What that doesn't give you is the soft facts. What do we pay them? How much do they cost me? What overtime do they do? So typically there you're really looking for a system that is able to take that data, store it within one database and be able to transform that data into useful bits of information, because, again, where you've got multiple currencies, you've got multiple different meanings for the same thing. What does social taxes mean in India? What do they refer to in Brazil? They're all different. So you need to be able to have a system that says, okay, if I want to just understand what my social costs are, this is what they are, and here's how I transform them into a currency that, makes sense to me.